So in the previous discussion, we discussed the transmission line terminated with two case studies called open circuited condition and short circuited condition. Now we are going to discuss about the series reactive termination. So transmission line with transmission line with RL series circuit. Transmission line with RL series circuit. So let us assume this is the circuit diagram of the transmission line having a characteristic impedance of Z0 terminating with resistor, inductor connected in series, and the resultant voltage across this is of E volts called as refracted or terminated voltage, and it is a resistance R, inductor values of L, carrying a current of I, terminated current I. Okay, since these two are connected in series, the same I can be observed here. So with incident voltage as EF and IF. So EF, IF are forward voltage, forward current, incident voltage, incident current. Whenever reaches to this point, this EF, IF will travel against Z0. So whenever reaches to here, it has a ZL, R plus JXL, so that it is subjected to a disturbance. Whenever this disturbance point is observed, then reflection and refraction happens. These are refracted values E and I, and reflected values are EF, ER, IR. So the quantities are EF, IF, voltage and current, that are passing against Z0. Incident voltage, incident current passing against Z0. ER, IR moving in opposite directions to that of incident against an impedance of Z0. Small e, small I are refracted currents passing in R plus J XL term, R plus J XL ohmic value. So the interrelations between them are EF is equal to IF into Z0, whereas ER is equal to minus IR into Z0. The minus symbol is because of moving in the opposite direction. And next, EF plus ER is equal to refracted or resultant or small e total value. Okay, and IF plus IR is equal to I refracted, which is equal to small I. These are the basic interrelated equations. So with these interrelated equations, we can verify again the currents can be written IF plus IR, the currents can be written in terms of impedances. Similarly, the voltages also can be written in terms of impedances as applying the KVL. As also we know that this is E voltage, whose voltage is called as refracted or terminated across the load impedance, disturbed value. This was the disturbance. So E is equal to I into R plus L di by dt. So I can write this E value as I into R plus L di by dt. What is this E value? E resultant. E resultant is equal to E, which is equal to EF plus ER. So that I can write this as EF plus ER, which is equal to I into R plus L di by dt. So what is EF? IF into Z0 minus IR into Z0 is equal to IR plus L di by dt. So that IF minus IR is equal to I into R by Z0 plus L by Z0 into di by dt in the simplification. So let it be equation 1. That is Voltages are written in terms of currents as IF minus IR is equal to I into R by Z naught plus L by Z naught into di by dt. Also we know that the summation of the forward current and reflected current is equal to total resultant current small I. Let it be equation 2. On adding these two equations 1 and 2, IR get cancelled, it becomes 2IF. 2IF is equal to I of 1 plus R by Z naught plus L by Z naught di by dt. So rewriting the same thing here, what we get is L by Z naught di by dt plus I into R plus Z naught by Z naught, taking LCM you can write like that, I into R plus Z naught by Z naught is equal to 2IF. So taking this L by Z naught as common and sending to that side, we can write this equation as di by dt plus I into Z naught by L into R plus Z naught by Z naught is equal to 2IF Z naught by L. So Z naught get cancelled and we can write this as di by dt plus I into R plus Z naught by L is equal to 2IF Z naught by L. This is the simplified form. We can assume here some quantities as, let small a is equal to R plus Z naught by L and small b is equal to 2EF by L, where EF is IF into Z naught. So that we can write this first order differential equation as di by dt plus AI is equal to B. Let it be equation 3. Solution for this first order differential equation is current I is equal to B by A plus constant A into e to the power minus AT. This is the general solution of this first order differential equation. So to get this constant capital A, for getting that constant capital A, use initial conditions. What are initial conditions? At a timing instant t is equal to 0, we know that the magnitude of the current was 0. Substituting this, we get the value of capital A. On substituting t is equal to 0, what we get is, as I is equal to 0, 0 is equal to B by A plus A into e to the power minus 0. E to the power minus 0 can be written as 1. Thereby, capital A is equal to minus B by A. So that the solution of the current equation, first order differential equation, I can be written as B by A minus B by A into e to the power minus AT. That is, the current solution I is equal to B by A into 1 minus e to the power minus AT. Let it be equation 4. So equation 4 is the solution for a first order differential equation of 3. 4 is the solution for 3. So I what we get is B by A into 1 minus e power minus AT. In the current solution, there is a ratio of B to the A. We know A and B values separately. Take the ratio of those two. So the ratio of those two, B by A, is equal to, what we get is, B by A value it is equal to 2IF Z naught by L divided by A. A value is R plus Z naught by L. As it is 1 by A, we can write that as L by R plus Z naught. LL get cancelled. So the ratio of B to the A, B by A is equal to 2IF Z naught called as EF by R plus Z naught. We can use this 2EF by R plus Z naught in our current solution. So the next part what we get is the current magnitude is known for us, whose value is I is equal to B by A into 1 minus e power minus AT. So with the known value of this I, we can get the overall expression for the voltage against the load E, which is equal to, what is E value? E is equal to, you can observe that E is equal to written here as I into R plus L di by dt. So E is equal to I into R, as the I value is B by A into R into 1 minus e power minus AT, I into R plus L into di by dt. This is L into di by dt. Derivative of the current. In the derivative of the current, it is a constant equal to 0. Minus of minus is plus. So the magnitude will become B by A into minus of minus, it is plus A into e to the power minus AT. Okay. So this is E value. Total or resultant value. E is equal to. So simplifying for this, E is equal to B by A was taken as common, so that you can write this as R minus R into e to the power minus AT plus B by A was taken as common, then we will get LA. What is LA? Yes, here you can write from this LA as R plus Z naught. R plus Z naught into e to the power minus AT. Yes. For further, you can write this small e as, that is resultant voltage as B by A, taking it as common and simplifying it, we get this value as B by A of R minus R into e to the power minus AT plus R into e to the power minus AT, okay, plus Z naught e to the power minus AT. So we can get this value as its value to be R minus e to the power minus AT, which was taken here as E is equal to B by A of, this get cancelled, what we get is R plus Z naught e to the power minus AT. This is E value, total E value, which can be written further as B by A value. What is B by A value? 2EF by R plus Z naught of R plus Z naught into e to the power minus AT. This much amount of resultant voltage is observed here. Also we want the reflected value. The reflected value is equal to resultant minus incident. Resultant minus incident. So doing this simplification, we get the reflected voltage as resultant value is equal to 2EF by R plus Z naught multiplied by R plus Z naught into e to the power minus AT. It is to be subtracted with the EF. So for further simplification, this ER can be written as, this this is R plus Z naught 2EF, okay. I mean to say EF can be taken as common for our simplification, so that whenever this EF is taken as common in the numerator part, we can write this as 2R plus 2 z naught e to the power minus at minus 1. In the sense as we took the LCM, no, minus r minus z naught as we took the LCM part. Then the reflected voltage ER is equal to 2R minus R, as this value is EF. Okay, put it as EF times that of EF times that of 2R minus R, it is R minus Z naught, this term, and exponential term was left over, plus 2 Z naught e to the power minus at divided by R plus Z naught. So it is in the form of ER is equal to rho v times that of EF, where this rho v value is this fractional value. Okay, at steady state or at final value, at steady state or final condition, the magnitude of this reflected voltage can be recalculated. As I am saying that at steady state t can be considered for up to infinity. So whenever this t becomes infinity, e to the power minus infinity, that is 1 by infinity as 0, this term will become 0, so that the reflected voltage ER is equal to EF into R minus Z naught by R plus Z naught. Since 2 Z naught into e to the power minus at term has become 0 at t is equal to infinity, called as final value. Okay, so the reflected value under that steady state t is equal to infinity, the reflected value is equal to rho v times that of incident, so that this rho v value will become R minus Z naught by R plus Z naught, which is equal to a pure resistive network. What is for a pure resistive network? The circuit ZT value termination, then you can get that as ZT minus Z naught by ZT plus Z naught. This is our basic formula for rho v, where here ZT is nothing but a pure resistor termination with the inductor value becoming short circuited under steady state, so that rho v value will become ZT minus Z naught by ZT plus Z naught. So we can say that it's a pure resistive network. So once going through this, the values of this rho v exactly at transient condition value is R minus Z naught plus Z naught 2 Z naught e to the power minus at by R plus Z naught. So and the magnitude of the total voltage E was given as 2 EF by R plus Z naught into R plus Z naught e to the power minus t by tau L, where the time constant tau L is equal to 1 by A, can be written as, what is 1 by A value? Yes, the 1 by A value is L by R plus Z naught. This is the value tau L. Okay, this is about the series RL series circuit termination part. Once again I repeat in a brief. Total 6 quantities are there: EF, IF, ER, IR, EI. Incident values, reflected values, refracted values. So as per the KVL, E should be equal to EF plus ER. Expanded them in the terms of impedances as IF Z naught minus IR Z naught is equal to IR plus LdI by dt. Simplifying and assuming that constants has to be A and B, I got a first order differential equation. Simplifying for this first order differential equation, the solution is I is equal to B by A plus A into e to the power minus at. Getting the value of this A using initial conditions, we got the overall current expression as a solution whose value is equal to B by A into 1 minus e power minus at. Substituting the same I in our basic KVL format, so that we got the E in terms of EF, so that this will become the tau v. This is rho v, and this value is tau v, because E in terms of EF we got it, means resultant in terms of incident. So simplifying that and subtracting from EF, we got reflected value. This is about the reflected coefficient. So finally, we can write the tau v as 2 into r plus z naught e to the power minus t by tau L divided by r plus z naught. This is tau v. Okay. And the next part is about RC network. Okay. Now let us see the analysis of the transmission line when terminated with the RC parallel circuit. So our next topic is analysis of RC parallel circuit termination. Parallel circuit termination. So we assume that it's a transmission line with a characteristic impedance of Z0 terminated with a resistor followed by a capacitor. Both of them are assumed to be connected in parallel with the R and C. The currents as I1, I2. So I1 and I2 are the refracted currents or transmitted currents, and the voltage across this is E. E is the refracted voltage because of this node having a disturbance, and the magnitudes of EF, IF are moving in the forward direction. In the reverse direction, the magnitudes are ER, IR against Z0. As I told previously in our discussion, EF plus ER is equal to resultant E. In the same lines, the forward current and reflected current summation should be equal to terminated current. The terminated current or resultant current is nothing but I1 plus I2. I1 plus I2. So the relation between EF and IF is IF is equal to EF by Z0 and IR is equal to minus ER by Z0. Minus symbol because the reflected quantities are opposite directed moving towards incident. Reflected values are always opposite to incident, that is why minus. And next, I1 quantity is the current in the resistor given by formula E by R, and I2 is the current in the capacitor given by formula C dE by dt, because current in the capacitor is given by C dV by dt is the formula. Substituting the current expressions in this, we get EF by Z0 minus ER by Z0 is equal to E by R plus C dE by dt, I1 plus I2. So we can write this as EF minus ER is equal to E into Z0 by R plus C Z0 dE by dt in our simplification part. Let it be equation 1. And our second equation is, also we know that sum of the voltages will be equal to resultant voltage E. So the sum of forward and reflected voltages is equal to total E. Let it be equation 2. On adding these two equations, ER get cancelled. We get here 2EF is equal to E of 1 plus Z0 by R plus C Z0 into dE by dt. Okay. In further simplification, you can write this as 2EF by C Z0 is equal to E into 1 by C Z naught of R plus Z naught by R plus dE by dt. Further you can write like this. So here after simplification what we get is A and B simplifications. Let me take that analysis as, let A is equal to R plus Z naught by R C Z naught, and B is equal to 2EF by C Z naught. A is equal to that much and B is equal to this much. Then we can rewrite that first order voltage differential equation as dE by dt is equal to dE by dt plus AE is equal to B. Let it be equation 3. The solution for this first order differential voltage equation is E is equal to B by A plus A into e to the power minus AT. Let it be equation 4. Equation 4 is the solution for equation 3. Then to get this constant A, use initial condition. For constant A, put T is equal to 0 with the initial voltage E as 0. Then capital A value will become minus B by A. Therefore, the total voltage solution E is equal to B by A minus B by A into e to the power minus AT. I mean to say E is equal to B by A of 1 minus e power minus AT. This was the exact solution, equation 5. Exact solution for the voltage in an RC parallel circuit. Then what is this B by A value? The B by A value is 2EF by CZ naught is to be multiplied with RCZ naught by R plus Z naught, as we know B and A separately. CZ naught get cancels and we will get this B by A value ratio as 2EFR by R plus Z naught. This is B by A value. Once getting this B by A value, E is equal to B by A into 1 minus e power minus AT. We can get E as E is equal to, substituting this B by A, 2EF R by R plus Z naught into 1 minus e power minus AT. So E by EF is equal to, bringing this EF to this side, the ratio of E to EF is tau V, refraction coefficient, whose value is equal to 2R into 1 minus e power minus t by tau L by R plus Z naught. At steady state, whenever this t is equal to 0, so that e power minus 0 becomes 1, e power minus 0, so that e power 0 is 1 by 1 minus 0. So its value will become now the tau v is equal to 2R by R plus Z naught. Tau v is equal to 2R by R plus Z naught. Whenever it reaches to the steady state, then this much amount of voltage will be refracted under steady state condition. Whereas the reflected value, you can also verify that E reflected is equal to incident, that is overall resultant minus incident. Okay. So the reflected voltage ER is equal to total voltage E, whose value is 2EF R by R plus Z naught into 1 minus e power minus AT is to be subtracted with EF. Then ER is equal to R plus Z naught is taken as common as per our previous discussion. Bring this EF to this side to get the ratio or coefficient value, that is rho V, so that ER by EF is equal to 2R into 1 minus e power minus AT minus R minus Z naught. This is the value. So ER by EF is equal to rho V, which is equal to 2R minus 2R e to the power minus AT minus R minus Z naught by R plus Z naught. That is rho V for this parallel circuit, it is equal to 2R minus R is R minus Z naught minus 2R e power minus AT by R plus Z naught. At final value, at t is equal to infinity called final value e power minus AT, that is 1 by infinity is 0. Then this term 2R e power minus AT becomes 0. So that rho V will become R minus Z naught by R plus Z naught, which is of a pure resistor, which is of a pure resistive element, R minus Z naught by R plus Z naught. So in clear it is that once if we get this rho V, all other remaining quantities can be analyzed as the basic quantities are known for us. What are the basic quantities then? The basic quantities are with rho V known values, rho I can be calculated as minus rho V. Tau V can be calculated 1 plus rho V. Tau I can be calculated 1 minus rho V. Since rho V is there with us, whose value is equal to R minus Z naught minus 2R e power minus AT by R plus Z naught. If you simplify this for 1 plus rho V, you should get tau V. Thus this is the tau V for final value. Okay. So like this we can get the magnitudes of rho V and tau V, tau I, rho I for a parallel RC circuit. Here one small logic is to be identified. Previously RL series circuit was analyzed and the equation what we get the differential format is for current. In series the current is same. That is why current expression you got there as di by dt plus AI is equal to B in the previous discussion. But now here parallel circuit is analyzed, in parallel the voltage is the same. That is why first order differential equation is in terms of voltage. Once if these voltages are known, then easily we can analyze the entire network. Okay.